What's going on, Central Unit? Is the Central Man here? So this is the name of the title of the stream. I'm not gonna do a long one. Probably do like a short one, probably about 20 to 30 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes. Anyway, the name of the title is Arteta out. I see a lot of people not doing videos. I'm talking about in the football YouTube community of Mikel Arteta. What's that channel called? HITC Sports. One second. Sorry, folks. I ordered food. I ordered a pizza. Anyway, so HITC Sports did a video on Mikel Arteta. Arteta needs to go. And I totally agree. There's probably not all, but some people, a lot of people, just want Arteta out. I think Arteta. I think Arsenal appointing Mikel Arteta as Arsenal manager is a mistake because he's won the FA Cup. What did he do? You got like Roberto Di Matteo won the FA Cup. Roberto Martinez won the FA Cup. Harry Redknapp won the FA Cup. Guardiola won the FA Cup. Antonio Conte. No, sorry. I've got a cat next to me. He's trying to get I ordered pizza, a pepperoni pizza with anchovies. The anchovies are so good. Anyway, you got many managers won the FA Cup. It doesn't mean he's a good manager. No. One trophy doesn't make you a good manager. One FA. He's not had no desire to win a trophy. Really won the FA Cup. People now they're saying Community Shield is a trophy. No, it's not. It's a Chelsea game. Arteta's not a good manager. He's a crap manager. When he first took over the club, I think it'd be this month. It marks 1 year since he took over Arsenal. His first game was against Bournemouth. And here's the record: Arteta as Arsenal manager. He ended up losing and drawing more than he's winning. He doesn't win enough. He has no style play, playing the wrong, really crap players. When he won the FA Cup, it's good, because in FA Cup, you have to challenge for trophies. It's good to see Arsenal winning a trophy, but thought he might turn out to be good, but instead, no desire. It's the same. Since this is the same result before Arsenal won the FA Cup of this year. Not winning, losing, boring to watch, not scoring enough goals, conceding more goals. It's just like disgusting, and also not pressing. He was a former player. Yeah, he's not too bad as a player when he was Arsenal. I'm not saying he was a shit player. He was decent. But decided to, become Pep's manager, assistant manager at Man City, and then now he's the officially Arsenal manager. He has no design, no Scooby Doo what he's doing. His style of playing is boring. What is his style of play? His style of play is kind of like there is no style of play. Parking the bus, that's not good enough. You got like other small teams getting beat. You got smaller teams beaten. It's the norm of Premier League football. Smaller teams beating the big teams, but he said about winning the Champions League in 3 years. First off, we're not going to qualify. You just wasted one season, and likely Arsenal are not going to qualify for next season's Champions League. So I think the Arsenal need to do cut ties and sack him. I sack him after the Tottenham game, and after the North London derby, sack him, get an interim manager. You might not, just for until the end of the season until get them a permanent manager next summer. Arteta was, I think, like one was linked with he was linked with the Everton job. Ancelotti went to the link with the Arsenal job. Unfortunately, one go to the different routes. Ancelotti went to Everton, and Arteta went to Arsenal. Look at Everton right now; they're doing well. They had a good start. Yeah, they were losing matches. I can see Everton getting to like Champions League football, not Champions League football. Sorry, European football. Maybe a spot in the Europa League. I don't know, top four, maybe. Who knows? But they're doing well. They've got players like Alan and James Rodriguez and Decore building that. He's kind of like building that team. You got like the defense is not quite bad. I don't know. You got like Lucas Digne. You got like Keane and Yeremina. Pickford's okay. Calvert-Lewin. It's kind of like maybe Ancelotti got the best out of him. Arteta, he's just like, some of the players never got the best out of him. He's kind of killed the team off. He's playing Bellerin as right back. Bellerin. Sorry, he's the worst right back in an Arsenal t-shirt. And then you got like you're not playing like Cedric Suarez, who I don't know. Cedric got injured or something. Maybe Pablo is still recovering from injury, same as Martinelli. But Maitland Miles not playing. He should have gone to Wolves. This is the problem. Arteta is not good enough for this team, for this club. This club is so backwards. Why are you hiring someone who has no managerial experience? United and Chelsea got a pass because they got like former players, Solskjaer and Lampard. They were good players. They won trophies. Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, but they had previous managerial experience. With Solskjaer, he managed he went to his fellow country Norway, managed a club called Molde. I think he won them like leagues and cups. And he managed Cardiff, that his previous club in the Premier League. He got Cardiff relegated. As for Chelsea, for Frank Lampard, his previous club he managed was Derby County. He nearly got him to the Premier League. Yeah, they lost the playoff final to Aston Villa before he took over Chelsea. And what has Arteta done? The only, he's Pep Guardiola's assistant manager. That's it. Winning the FA Cup doesn't fool people. The league is basically the bread and butter, the be all and end all. I want to see Arsenal win more trophies like the League Cup, the Premier League, but winning that, that's Arsenal's going to be an FA Cup team. Like 6 games cannot win you a league. 38 games can win you a league. Arteta has no desire to win a league. Maybe he had some signs, but for me, he's just like playing players out of position, doing the same thing as Arsene Wenger. Like, he got Arsenal knocked out in the last 32 stage of the Europa League early this year against Olympiacos. He's just like no desire. He has no like. I think his press conference was a breath of fresh air. Now he's speaking a lot of bollocks. I don't think he lost the dressing room. He got players. I don't think they want to play for Arteta anymore. They signed Aubameyang. You should have done. You just wait. You just left the club. It's an unworkable place. Why you want to go play for a club that doesn't really respect you? Don't play for the right play? Holding back your potential. Aubameyang's got potential. Arteta, maybe he might start again. Start again. Just go to a small club. You don't start out with a big. You start. The only manager. There's two managers in the world turn out to be good. In that transformation phase. There were assistant managers. They turned out to be good managers. The two stands out has to be Bob Paisley and Jose Mourinho. Because Bob Paisley, he was a physio. And then he was, Bill Shankly's assistant manager, and then he became one of the best managers in Liverpool's history. Mourinho, he was Bobby Robson's assistant manager. I think it was I think it was Sporting Lisbon and Porto and Barcelona. And then he had Louis van Gaal, and then he went solo and became one of the best managers to this day for the last 15 years. Porto and then Chelsea and Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Chelsea again, Man United. I know he got sacked, and now Tottenham got into trying to win them their first league title for almost 60 years. Is it 60 years or 70 years? I think it's 60 years. 60 years. 1961. It's just like, what's Arteta's desire? Winning an FA Cup, that's good. We got to win against, we got City gives us the FA Cup because they don't give a shit at the time. They're more focused on winning the Champions League. Same as look at Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Yeah, they should have won the FA Cup. They were leading 1-0, and then they just collapsed in the second half. And then why did they didn't even pull up a fight at Wembley? I don't get it. I just simply don't get it with Chelsea. And maybe they don't really give a shit. I'm not crapping on the FA Cup. The FA Cup is a good trophy, a good competition. Otherwise, I did like a live reaction this past summer. Otherwise, I would never do a live reaction of the FA Cup final. Why? Because it's still a good competition. But I mean, Chelsea and City, they don't really give a shit. Like winning an FA Cup is one thing, but not winning. I also haven't reached the top 4 for 5 years. For the last time we finished top 4, afterwards 17, 18, 19, 20, and now 21. I hope it's going to be dropping out of Europe. I think what's the last time Arsenal dropped out of Europe? What's the last time we truly dropped down in Europe? It's been a very long time. I feel like mid-90s to the present day we qualify in Europe, Champions League, Europa League. And now we're going to miss out Europe. I think the best thing for Mikel Arteta, it's just like, and I'm ready for the Arsenal, we're not going to resign. I think the board needs to do, grow a pair of balls and sack him. Sack him after the Tottenham game and get someone. There's plenty of managers out there. Arsenal's a big club. Arsenal should never be like challenging for top 6 or just winning the FA Cups. I'm not disking the FA Cup. It's a good competition. But we should be challenged for leagues. They should have got Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti could turn Arsenal around. Get rid of the crap, buy. He know how to spend the money. And end up like maybe Arsenal could be like Everton right now. Like in the process, we end up like dropping points a little bit, but still in that contention for Europe. But instead, it's just basically like we had an opportunity. We were like the first 2 games were top, not top, but like in the top 4. We thought, we lost to Liverpool and Man City. We knew we're not going to win because you might pull up a fight, but not going to win. But losing to Leicester at home, Aston Villa at home, and now what's that club? Wolves. Also lost to 3 Midlands clubs. That is Leicester, Villa, and Wolves. Now they dropped it to 14th. That's a really pathetic You know, I see fans on social media saying about Hector Bellerin, make him captain. Why he wants to be captain? He's not a leader. He doesn't give a shit. He can't cross, he can't tackle. I think he's now got ownership of Forest Green Rovers. I don't know if they're in the Football League or non-league. Probably non-league. I don't know. And it's just like, it's ridiculous. Granit Xhaka, he should have never played for Arsenal. Arteta should have done the right thing, sell him to Hertha Berlin. He was linked for Hertha Berlin. We should have took that money, sell him, and yeah, you can probably spend that money to find a replacement. Mesut Ozil, he's not playing the game. I think that's a good one pro about Mikel Arteta's reign as Arsenal manager is not playing Ozil. Let's be honest. I did a video on like fuck off Mesut Ozil. This is like nearly a year ago. This last summer when Arsenal got thumped by Chelsea in the Europa League. He's not going to do anything. Bring in Ozil, it won't do anything. He can't do anything. He can't cross. He's just too lazy. People say he's world class. He's not even. And this dude's worth 40. The Arsenal paid 42 million for Mesut Ozil. 42 million. He's not worth 40p or 40 pounds. And he's world class. Fucking hell. Honestly, Eriksen was world class. Now, I heard he's like falling out with Inter Milan. What's his name? Kevin De Bruyne's worth, I don't know how much money City paid him. They paid a good amount of money on him, and he's world class, showing up consistency season in and season out. Ozil don't do that. He had one good season, the same season when Leicester won the league, and then afterwards he's shit. He's not good enough. He's never like Bill like Ceballos. Who's scouting these players? I don't know why Mikel Arteta's seeing into Ceballos. I don't know about Pablo Mari. Come on, yeah, Mari, not Marie. Mari. He's not a girl. He's a man. Pablo Mari. Maybe he might be good. He might turn out to be a good manager, good defender. Otherwise he'll be a shit defender. Who knows? But I don't know. He's injured right now. But Ceballos, I don't know. Cedric, I understand. Cedric's decent. He's not got a game. Haven't played since the League Cup victory against Liverpool. And he's not. And now all of a sudden it's just Bellerin gets it in the starting 11. Well, Nathan Miles and Cedric not playing them. He's played William as a striker. He's not a striker. He's a number 10. Why keep playing as a number 10? Don't get me wrong. William's a good player, but he's past his best. I understand why Chelsea got rid of him. He's not going to be around. He's not going to carry Chelsea and go to be part of Frank Lampard's rebuilding process for the next 5-10 years. But I'd rather he just go to West Ham or into the Championship. You said he loved London. Why you want to go to Arsenal? I don't get it. Gabriel's been Arsenal's good signing so far. Partey, he's been not too bad. He's okay. It's just he got injured. It's going to be an injury-blighted season for Partey. But you got some crap in the team. They need to be fixed. It's going to take Arsenal 2 or 3 years. If you got the right manager, sack Arteta first. They might turn things around. I can see Arsenal's. It's not going to last forever. Arteta's going to be sacked. He might win against Spurs, but you got Burnley, you got Southampton, you got Chelsea. I think that's in Boxing Day, and you got City in the cup. We're not beating City in the cup. Let's be real. They are not. Really, I don't think he's interested. I think they might win another League Cup, but I think that they might not focus on the League Cup. They already won it 3 times. They might focus on the Champions League. I don't know. It's fingers crossed, but he might turn this around if they win the League Cup. Maybe it might turn this around, but I don't see him turning it around. He's just like, what's his style? What he's just boring. His style is boring. You got to learn. You can't just go into a big club and then become a manager. It doesn't work like that. Look at Brendan Rodgers. I've done my research. He was in, I think he was Mourinho's coaching staff. Sorry, I can't burp while I'm talking. He was Mourinho's coaching staff at Chelsea before he failed at Watford. He got sacked at Watford, sat at Reading, before went to Swansea, got him into the Premier League, and then Liverpool failed again. Nearly win the league title in 2014, but yeah, Liverpool fans starting to turn on Rodgers at the end of his tenure, and then he went to Celtic, won I think it's a treble. They went unbeaten, and then Leicester, what they done? Back in Europe for the first time since 2017, and yeah, and I'd rather have a manager who has more experience than a young manager. Nagelsmann not ready. I don't think why wants to leave Leipzig. They have a chance to probably get challenge for the league. Wait for the next 5 years, maybe who knows. But like names, Rafa Benitez. I think people are going to crap on Benitez, but let's be real. I think he's not too bad manager. Yeah, he flopped at Real Madrid, but he won trophies in Valencia. He started his career with Getafe. I watched a Rafa Benitez documentary. He started his career with Getafe. Then he had a great success with Valencia, winning, what was it, 2 league titles. I think he won a cup. I don't think he won a Spanish cup. Maybe a Spanish cup, 2 UEFA Cup titles. And then he went to Liverpool. It won them their first European Cup for nearly 20 years. People talk about the Champions League final in 2005, the match between Liverpool and AC Milan to this day. They turned back a 3-goal deficit and won it on penalties. And then, a year later, following year, did the same thing. West Ham, that's got to be one of the best top 10 or really in the top 5 best FA Cup finals of all time. They tell it was back and forth between Liverpool and West Ham, won on penalties again, and then following season, what they done? Reached another Champions League final. Yeah, they won lucky against Milan again. And then 2008, a Champions League semi-final. 2009, they're nearly that close. They were that close winning a league before they won the league a decade later. They almost nearly won the league earlier than 2020. In 2009, they're unlucky. They had a proper merge of a proper title challenge with Man United. And then, the final season kind of collapsed. There's nothing I can do for Benitez at Liverpool in his final season. They lost key players. They lost Alonso to Real Madrid, Arbeloa for Real Madrid. And then he left. I think he got Liverpool to a semi-final of the Europa League. Should have, if they beat Atletico Madrid. I think if they beat Atletico Madrid, they probably beat Fulham. And they'll probably win the Europa League. They probably end up with a trophy and leave on a high. And then he won a Club World Cup with Inter Milan. I think he won a cup with Napoli. And then he got Newcastle back into the Premier League after they got relegated in 2016. And then their first season back in the Premier League, what they done? Finished 10th. And then Mike Ashley's a dickhead. Because he didn't Benitez really let his contract expire, didn't give him a new deal. He's sitting in his house, sitting on the couch for nearly a year now. Poch, I don't know Poch is going to be. I don't think Poch is going to be available. I don't see Poch managing Arsenal. Poch said in interviews that he will never manage Barcelona. He will never manage Barcelona. You know why? Because he plays for his Barcelona's city rivals. That's Espanyol. I think there's 2. I think there are 2 Barcelona's rivals. Outside of Real Madrid. There's Espanyol and Real Betis, I think. Anyway, he'll never manage that. If this is the same like if he's managed Arsenal. He will never manage Arsenal because he managed Tottenham. Poch, he built that team. He built a back 4. He got Tottenham to a Champions League final. He got them nearly winning a league. What's the last time Tottenham merged a title challenge? Before they, this before this season, before they're gonna go for the title. That was the last time they merged a title challenge in the last, not just like in 2017, but 2016. Was the last time. They never were title contenders. More like floundering mid-table and challenging, fifth place, challenge at the top four. Poch did. He changed the culture of Tottenham. Like gone to a League Cup final, nearly, the back-to-back competing for the league and Champions League final. And now Mourinho's trying to do what Poch failed to do, winning trophies. He's turned into a trophy-chasing team. Allegri, I can't say Allegri, but he's going to sort out the back. He's won trophies with Juventus. Continue what Conte started at Juventus, because before that, people don't know Juventus was going nowhere after 2006. They got relegated, and I think they're stripped of the league titles because of the match fixing scandal. And then they got relegated to Serie B. Yeah, they got back into Serie A, but they were not the same team. When Conte took over in 2011, he really put that club back on the map. They won. They went a whole season unbeaten. They're back in the Champions League. Three league titles before he left the club, and then Allegri picked up where he started. Keep winning more league titles. I think he won 5 in 5 years at Juventus, I think. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Yeah, 6 league titles in 5 years. Another league cup, some Italian cups. He got not 1 but 2. He got Juventus into 2 Champions League finals. And before that, he won a trophy. He won a league title with Milan, AC Milan, before they went a whole decade without winning a trophy. He might, but there's a problem. He's going to end up like Unai Emery. When Emery took over, you got a winner. He's won trophies with Sevilla in Spain. With 3 Europa League titles. I don't think he won a Super Cup. No, I don't think he won a Super Cup. I think they got beat by Barcelona and Real Madrid before he left the following summer to go to PSG, and he won trophies at PSG. His first season didn't do much. I think it was the League Cup and the League Cup and the French Cup, and then the following season did it retain both the cups and regain the league. And before he went to Arsenal, he beat Barcelona 4-0. He beat Barcelona 4-0. Yeah, they got outplayed. They turned the tie around, but they beat him 4-0 at home. What's the last time really a team bossed Barcelona? Yeah, Bayern Munich did in 2013, but he bossed like players like Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. Before Neymar went to PSG. Yeah, and he went to Arsenal. He got him 5th Europa League finalist, but unfortunately, the one problem, the one thing it hinders Emery's time at Arsenal is his English, his language. He doesn't speak a lot in English. His English was terrible. If he just have a translator like Bielsa, I think he might be still at the club. He might I watched I think it's called Football Republic did a video on a documentary of Poch, said about Poch was speaking English when he was arrived at Southampton. He didn't speak English to the press, but he was speaking English to the fans. If Emery did the same thing, like speaking Spanish to the press and speaking English to the players, maybe he could be trying to get the lingo. End up speaking better English, and maybe he'd be still at the club. But instead, he went to Villarreal. And so far they're doing well in La Liga. Anyway, sorry about my long time rumbling. I'm going to give it about another 2 minutes, then I'll be off. Arteta needs to go, man. I think he's just the only trophy he's won as a player. I think he won a trophy at PSG before they had the money. This was a decade prior before they had the money. I think he won a league title with Scotland. That is Rangers, and the Scottish League Cup before, won the FA Cup in his final years as a football player with Arsenal. Yeah, he didn't, because he didn't win a trophy at Everton. I'm going to end it right now because my pizza is getting cold. I think they need to because he has no desire. You know, he doesn't really bring what they're going to do in the next 3 years. You know, what formation is going to play. He has no clue what formation is going into a match or which players he's going to play. You're playing the same players. Like, Bellerin's not good enough. I think Lacazette, I like Lacazette. I don't think Lacazette's terrible. I think he played 2 games. He got benched, and he lost so much form. Why he's playing a player who's so out of form? A Banyang. I watched a game against Wolves this past weekend. He's playing now in the wings. He's not a winger. He's a centre midfield. He's a centre forward. So, Saka never gets a play. Reece Nelson's not playing the game. He's not playing the youth. Emery plays the youth. Martinelli was, he played Martinelli. He was doing well. What's he done? Bench. Yeah, before he got injured. Before he, had I think it was a knee injury. Unlucky for Martinelli. This dude, it's just like so confusing and frustrating how one manager is just like, yeah, FA Cup don't fool people. Like I said, Harry Redknapp won the FA Cup. Roberto Martinez won the FA Cup. Di Matteo won the FA Cup. It doesn't make you a good manager because winning a Community Shield don't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit because it's not really a trophy. He's won 1 trophy in his career. He's not leading his club forward. Oh, there's another name. Van Gaal won an FA Cup. It doesn't prove anything. He's been shit. He's like his win record is so atrocious. He's losing and drawing more. That's pathetic. Yeah, so far we're doing well in the Europa League. Let me see, if we got like a win, like survive the rest of 2020 going into 2021, is it gonna win? Is it gonna be the same thing? Getting knocked out in the last 32 stage, nowhere near reaching the final? No. He's not so clue. He has no clue what he's doing. Like, it's not just Arteta. They brought Freddie Ljungberg as the manager. I know he's an interim manager. He has no clue. Why bring managers or people who has no managerial experience? I wish Arteta just start out again. Start again. This time in a small team. Built your way. Built your reputation up, and then if you're doing well with that smaller team, then start again. And maybe go to Spain. Do the same thing, and then if you're good, you might end up getting another big job. You might get a second chance. But instead, he's just not. He's just like bullshit about winning the Champions League in 3 years. That's bullshit about Liverpool. You want to copy the same thing as Liverpool? Like, why Arsenal fans want to be like Liverpool? No disrespect for Liverpool. Arsenal's not on the same level as Liverpool. Liverpool, they just won their first league title in 30 years. We're not in our level. What's the last time Arsenal did, win the league back to back? Liverpool won the league back to back. I know it's like years ago, nearly 40 years ago, but they won the league back to back. Under the glory days of Bob Paisley. I've done my research. 76, 77, 79, 80. 82, 83, 84. I know, like, it was a different manager, Joe Fagan. They did it like 3 times. 3 times. And going into like the early 80s, they won the league 3 in a row. 3 in a row. This is like years before Man United would do it. United won the league 3 in a row in the 2000s. Late 90s going to the 2000s. 99, 2000, 2001. 2007, 2008, 2009. What's the last time Arsenal retained the league or win the league back to back? It's been a very long time. Arsenal never won the Champions League, haven't won the League Cup since 1993. Arsenal and Liverpool's cultures are too different. The stature of the clubs are two because they're one of the top 3 clubs in the English football. Liverpool's won more leagues than Arsenal. Liverpool's on 19. Arsenal's on 13. They never won the Champions League. Liverpool won 6. We're not on our level. Why want to eliminate a team who just won the league title for 30 years? It's ridiculous. This is a thing about League Gunner. He speaks the truth about want to be like Chelsea. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea is the most established team for the last 15 years because they're sacking managers. if they're not really, winning stuff, they get sacked. Since he took over, he sacked about 10 managers, I think. Sacked Ranieri because he, failed to win the trophy. Mourinho, I think Mourinho left in his first run. He got sacked in his second run. Arvin Grant got sacked. So that Ranieri, Mourinho in his second run. Phil Scolari, Arvin Grant, Phil Scolari, Carlo Ancelotti, Di Matteo, Roberto, Andres Villas-Boas, sorry. And then you got Conte. Actually, 9. Zari, he left because he took over the manager reign at Juventus. 9 managers in 15 years. Oh, well, 17 years because he bought the club in 2003. 9 managers in 17 years. They won about 5 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups. I say 4 League Cups. No, I say 4. Yeah, 4 League Cups because they won it under Mourinho. 2005, 2007, 2015. Yeah, 3 League Cups, a Champions League. In 2012 against Bayern Munich, 2 Europa League titles, and this is trophies under the Abramovich era. He kind of put that club on the map. Look at Man City, Sheep Mancher. Only sacked 2. That was Mark Hughes and Roberto Mancini. Pellegrini left. They got Pep. What's he done? How many trophies has he won? They won 4 league titles, I think, or 5 league. Yeah, 4 league titles. 1 under Mancini, once under Pellegrini, and twice under Guardiola. That's 4. The FA Cup twice. The League Cup 4 times. No, 5 times. Pellegrini. No, 6 times. Pellegrini twice. Guardiola 3 times. Oh, actually 5 times actually. So far they won about. I think they won about 5, 9. They won 11 trophies in 12, going on 13 years since they bought the club. They know what they're doing. Arsenal has no fucking clue what they're doing. Since they moved into the Emirates, what's their future? What's their goal? An ambition? What's the goal? What's gonna be like in the next 15 years for Arsenal? They'll focus on the future. They focus on the present, and mugging the fans off. With Arsene Wenger, I'm not going to blame Emery because Emery has to, he lost the dressing room last year. He has to be sacked. Arteta, he needs to go. If you don't get those managers, I guarantee Arsenal will finish though. It's going to be a worse finish of Arsenal's league finish since where was the last time Arsenal finished worse in a league season? They'll be out of the top, out of the top 10 for the first time in decades. I said about early to mid 80s. That's pathetic, absolutely pathetic. If you don't get Arteta out now, it's going to get worse. I think Arsenal's the only English club to never got relegated. It's just like. I done my records. I done my research. It said about this, Brighton. This is their first time they did the double over Arsenal in their history. First time they won the league. Leicester beat Arsenal in the league, really away to Arsenal since 1979. I think it's the first time since 71 or 73, early 70s since Wolves beat Arsenal away. It's just like wow. It's just a comma. Records are bad. It's just a bad records of Arsenal, big team or small clubs being Arsenal for the first time in years, or even the very first time. Sorry, I'm getting stuttering. My pizza is about to cool. It's starting to chill out now. My pizza starting to lose its heat. I've got to eat my pizza, so I'm done. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this stream, folks. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And we're back tomorrow. I'll do another video, another topic. Another category of the 2020 Central Man Wrestling Award of the Year. That's female wrestler of the year, and also Clash of the Champions 12, I think. Yeah, 12. So anyway, enjoy your rest of the evening. whether the parts of the world you're from, whether you're from, depending on what, is it daytime or nighttime, whatever. So hope you enjoy your day, morning, afternoon, nights, depending on what parts of the world you're from. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos and football topic videos. Haven't really done one since I did a video not too long ago. I did my predictions for the group stages of the next summer's European Championships. That was the last time. Live streams. Haven't done a live reaction to a football game for really not quite some time. I think it was the Man United Chelsea game was the last time. I'll probably do the live reaction of the North London Derby. That'll be this weekend. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.